There, this is Sir Nether, um, here in Sydney, Australia. This is my second second day here. Um, so it's been nice. I've um been out for a little bit, did a couple of things, and then I came back here to this hotel and I just had some lunch. I had a chicken pesto sandwich, which is pretty good. I liked it. Um, had some fries. Very nice. Um, yeah, I will say, I mean, I haven't had like a ton of it so far, but I mean, the water quality here is like pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. And like, I also learned this. I mean, again, I don't know. Maybe I know this. It's probably not true everywhere in the country, but and if I'm wrong, feel free to tell me in the comment section down below. But at least from what I can gather, it seems like that you can get free water refills as long as it's not, bottled water. So you can get free tap water. Um, and so I did this. I looked at my the couple of receipts I got so far. I've only had water. It's like that's the only thing that I have the only liquid I've consumed so far. And yeah, I mean it's pretty nice. I'm not gonna lie. I'm glad. I'm glad about that. Um, very clean water. So I very much appreciate that. Um, so I woke up this morning at about I don't know, 6:30, and I was just checking a couple emails and sending some messages, a couple of messages to my family um, through WhatsApp. Doing that for a little bit, checking a couple things out. I wanted to go ahead and make something called a USI, um, something that I'll need for some stuff at the University of Sydney. I don't remember exactly what, but I'm glad that I went ahead and made that, got that done. Um, took a little bit, wasn't too hard though. Send I Then after that, I decided, I go out for a little bit. So I I went on down to for breakfast. I went on down to what was it? There, I'm trying to struggle to remember all of the details. I'm just trying to pull my phone out of my pocket. So I got like a couple more photos I want to show. Just a minute here. So I had breakfast at or brekkie at back up. Um I went on over to the I'm sorry, still scrolling. Okay, I'm gonna open a different apps. I'm sorry. I went over to Patchett's Pies and I had my first meat pie. I just had a I had a Aussie beef one, and it had I got their so I think I got their special, and so I also had some mashed peas and potatoes on top of that, full of gravy. It's pretty good. I liked it. So that was nice. So I had that for for excuse me brekkie. Got used to trying to say some of the also slang words. Um, Probably take me a bit, but that's all right. So I had that, and then I decided, oh, I'm gonna go and walk on over to library. So I went on over to going back up again. I walked on over to the mascot library and George Hanna Memorial uh, Museum. So that was pretty cool. I was actually accidentally there for a little bit early, um, and I guess apparently I somehow the person I followed into to the building. I guess it was a little earlier before their official day started or whatever. So they had asked me to walk back out, and I was like, I'm sorry. I did. I did not realize. I looked on their hours and it said that they were open a little bit earlier, but I guess they. I don't know. I don't. Maybe they were changing their hours and they done that pretty recently, and I hadn't seen anything on their website. But anyway, so I went on over there for a bit. I didn't check anything out. I just wanted to see what it was like. And yeah, and I was kind of curious. I was like, I don't know. I mean, I mean, it's a dumb question, but it's like I don't know if I don't know if they organize books here based on like, so they're talking alphabetically. Did they organize it based on like the title or the author? I think they do it based on the author. Although, again, maybe I'm wrong. It's just the one particular instance. I really have no idea. And then after that, I went over to the parks here for a bit. I'm sorry, I'm trying to just. It'll take me a while, I think, to get used to all the different names of stuff here. Since I've totally been here before. But the one I went to was Lionel Bowen Park. Not as big as I thought it was going to be, but it was nice little area. Just walk through there. One thing that okay, so I guess sometimes I'm hearing the weird sounds. I don't know if it's all. I don't know if it's just some kind of like a shuttle out there, or I don't know. I mean, I'm pretty close to the airport here, the Sydney Airport, or Kingsford Smith, or whatever it's called. I mean, I can literally see it. I can literally see like planes right over there. Like a couple hundred. I don't really know how to estimate. I'm not great at distance, but at least I don't know. I don't know. I'm not gonna attempt to say my guess because I really don't know, but I can see it. I can see a couple planes out there. I don't know. It was really weird last night. I was looking out the window. I was like, you see all these city lights. I'm not used to that. I've lived in a suburban or kind of well, I say country. But it's not really like country because like I still had access to most of the utilities and all that stuff fairly easily. Weren't really that far away from the city, but Anyhow, I've really lived, I should say, near small cities, or like towns or something like that. So, but anyways, um, although again, I don't think that would have really applied just to here, but it was an interesting little small experience in that. Um, so yes, where was I? So I went over to I went over to that park for a bit, just walk through. And one interesting thing that I learned is that okay, one interesting thing that I learned is that so with some of the bins here in parks, or at least in this park, I really I have a lot of things I don't know, so I'm just stating that I don't want to make sweeping overgeneralizations or anything like that. But anyways, um, so yeah, so one thing that I learned is that is so near some of these bins that they have a some kind of like little dispenser, and you can kind of pull off a sorry, I got a computer notification there. I don't know what that was. Um, what was that? Uh, wow. Okay. Crazy news stuff I'm not gonna look at right now. Trying to avoid looking at U.S. politics and news right now. It stressed me out so much. I'm just trying to not engage with that right now. Anyways, yes, and I say that because I'm recording this on a laptop, and it just likes to pop a little notification in the corner of the screen, being like, "Hey, news," or whatever. So I'm just trying to not look at that too much. Anyway, so I went over to this park, and they had a little bins and they had a little dispenser. And you can kind of, I don't know if you have to pay for it or not, but I guess I don't know if there is. I wouldn't know how to do it. I don't see anything, but you can kind of like pull off these little, I don't know what they're called, like suits or overlayers or something like that, and you put them in, and then like for like for children. So then that way, I think my best guess, the way I understand it, maybe I'm completely wrong, is that it's just so that you can identify, you know, you can identify the children there, make sure that they're safe and all that, especially if it's later, or if it gets dark or anything like that. It's easier to keep track of the kids, make sure they don't get hit or anything like that. So, but I don't know, maybe it's for something else, but that's what I guessed. Um, and then after that, I was pretty thirsty, and my phone battery was already getting much lower. Yeah, I'm really not too far. Oh my gosh, I got like a bajillion notifications here from this one app. Um, I'll check those in a little bit. But yeah, my phone. Since I'm using my older phone here, and yeah, the battery life on it is not ideal. So I definitely be charging it at least a couple times in the day. I'm gonna check see something here. So I do have my converter, my US or AU to US power converter plugged into the wall right now. Um, I'm just trying to make sure that none of my stuff gets too hot, since I know there's like a voltage difference and all that. And so I'll probably whenever I go on over by I don't know. I, I don't know the stores here very well at all, really. But whenever I go on by by I don't know, some store later this week, presumably, I need to make sure I get some kind of I don't know. I probably need to make sure I change out a cord or two for my computer here. See, because like the cord that I have, this is for plugging my computer and for it to charge. Um, there's the two parts. This part here and the power bank leading up to this part where I plug it directly into the computer on the side here. This part is fine. I checked on here, and it has the 100. I think it was 100 or 110 to 240 B in here, something like that. Whatever it was, I checked the stuff last night just to be safe. Um, but then this other part here, I don't know if I need to get this replaced or not, but nonetheless, might be a good idea to see if I do, so I don't overheat this device too much. Although it already gets hot as it is, just recording or playing Minecraft or anything like that. So I don't know with that one, but at least for my the little cube that I have, I charge the my phone power bank on or my earbuds or my headphones or whatever. Where I don't really have that much stuff I need to charge. It's mostly just phone, you know, headphones, earbuds, power bank, computer. But at most I really only need to charge like two things at a time. Um, so I'm not worried on that front. But yeah. So if anyone in the comment section, if you know any good places here in Sydney, I can perhaps get any stuff like this from, that would be really nice. I'm currently in the what's this area called again? I'm currently in the Mascot area, although where my apartment will be when I'm going to uni will be in remember how to pronounce it. Um, will be in it's right on the tip of my tongue, I swear. Um, Ultimo, something like that. I don't probably. I don't. I'm like I really. I'm probably fine. But I'm just like I don't want to mispronounce things. I don't want to be culturally offensive or anything like that. Misconstrue anything. But that's where the apartments will be at. So if you just know any, if you happen to know any good stores where I can find that kind of stuff at, feel free to drop a comment down below. Oh yeah, then I got a couple of pictures that I can show here. So let me go ahead and pull them up. Um, so this was a couple of plants that I saw here. Oh, I mean, you can't really see it that well, but let me turn maybe that. No, I was gonna say turn the bright, but I don't really. It's not that. It's not. I swear it's not that bright, but wait, let me turn the. No, no, I didn't mean. I'm not asking to delete the photo. How's it doing that? Okay, I think that's a little better. Still not the clearest, but something like that. So I saw that. There's plants there. Um, this was the meat pie that I had for brekkie. It's pretty nice. Um, another random couple of trees that I saw here. Um, and then I saw this near someone's I don't know what they call it here, At least in America, we call it a driveway. I don't know what it's called here, but something like that. So, if anyone knows what this is or what this means, please tell me. I'm confused. And then I saw this plant here. I thought it was pretty cool. And then also I saw this one here, and this one has the little red bushy parts. I don't know what those are. Oh yeah, and then there was also two different kinds of birds that I encountered today, this morning. So one of them, I wasn't able to take a picture of it because it flew away pretty quickly. But I saw a white ibis. And I was like, dang, that's a big bird. And then I don't have a picture of the other one, but I can just look up a good picture, perhaps. So let's see here. What's it? I'm just scrolling through the family chat. I'm just constantly just messaging, showing them new stuff that I'm doing. But yeah, so yeah, so maybe I'm wrong, but the other bird that I encountered, I didn't see it, but I was able to hear it. Um, was a lyrebird, which I mean, I don't know, maybe there's a different one, but it was really weird because I was like, I can hear like it kind of sounded like some kind of child like crying out or something. I don't know, but I was like, I'm like, it doesn't make sense because I'm hearing that from a tree. And I don't see anyone else nearby except for a couple people in their cars or a few older folks walking down on the side of the road here on the other part of the parking lot, which wasn't really that big area, anyways. But so I don't know if I feel like it could have been something else, but I think so. I think um it looks something like this. Yes, this is an image from Wikipedia. Let me turn my brightness down. Maybe that helps. So lyrebird. So yeah, I didn't see it, but I heard it. Then there was some other kind of random bird that I have no clue what it was. Some kind of pigeon or something. I have no idea. But but yeah, I mean, so I saw a couple of birds today, a couple of different random plants I hadn't seen before. Pretty cool. Um, and then this is what I had for lunch not too long ago. This is the chicken pesto sandwich, which apparently sandwich they spell that Sandwhich, or at least this hotel does, or I don't know, maybe that's a typo. I really don't know, but so yeah, I had those foods. I saw a couple of plants. I heard a couple of birds. I went by the library for a bit. Went by the park. Yeah, I'm going to open this, and I'll go ahead and I think I'm gonna go ahead and I don't know if I'm gonna make shorts of these videos at all or anything like that, but so I think so. Okay, so I think yesterday, I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. I think yesterday in that video, one of them, I said that I started making some kind of note on my phone here that would And that was kind of just about some random different like facts or observations or whatever that I've seen so far. Um, so let me go ahead and just read off what I've gotten so far down for today. I've gotten 8 things here, a few of which I might have. I think there's like 2 or 3 of them I already. There's like 3 of them I've already seen so far, but anyways, said so far. My apologies. So, number one, safety cones have a sort of reflective silver in the middle of them instead of white like they do in the US. Here it is. I mean, I don't know. Not just like a small thing. It's not. I mean, there's plenty of places in the U.S. that do this too. I think, but um, as you use card to tap, that's pretty common practice. I haven't really. And again, I've only been here for 2 days, so I really don't know. But it looks like it's mostly when you're paying for stuff, you're mostly going by card. You just tap, maybe swipe. I haven't really seen that much of that happen from like that many people. But again, half of them have been here for like 2 days, so I really don't know entirely. But that's fine. I'm making little observations here. Um, Number three. Um, so this was again I mentioned this the whole lyrebird one. So some bird sounds like a beckoning or like a crying child or something like that. Number four is that there's lots of green even in the winter. Um, I think kind of makes sense. I mean, like I don't. I mean, some part of just again I don't know. It's just like different part of the world, different plant species and all that. So I really don't know why or how or anything like that. But there from at least from here, the city. I mean, I don't know what it's like in the outback, or bushland or anything like that. But well, at least here in the city, there is plenty of green still. Um, Number five, there was some dude called Professor Frederick Fox, who was a snake charmer here in Mascot area, something like that. And around 1914, who tried to make her something with a bunch of different antidotes for like a bunch of different snake poisons and all that. And yeah, apparently the whole thing where like this dude had to breed a whole bunch of frogs in his backyard to feed all these different snakes. And he traveled to India, I believe, with some other dude, other businessmen, and they tried to. I think they're trying to sell some of these, and I think it was either when they were there or when they were coming back. Um, he got bitten by a snake, but so even though he took care of it, apparently there was a secret fifth bite that he didn't see, and he died later that day to it. Um, and then the other one, number six. So I saw the 2000 Sydney Olympics torch in the Mascot Library and George Hannon Memorial Museum, or at least a copy of. I don't know if that was the original. I forget if that was the original one or not, but definitely looked pretty real to me. This was a sleek blue, silver, and white design, I think, and apparently it's carried by over 11,000 people. So that's pretty big. um, and then number seven, I kind of mentioned this already, but parks there's a bin that has like free over layers for kids to be identified, safe. And then the last one, point eight, was non-bottled water is free in here in most places in this country. So, or at least from the few that I have been in. And again, some of the stuff I'm kind of also just looking up just to make sure Right. I'm looking up some of these facts and all that just to make sure the stuff is correct, and I'm making sure to you know follow with the pedestrian signs and all that stuff. From what I've seen so far, it's not that complicated. It makes pretty intuitive sense. Um, so I've seen they have some kind of like I don't they have some kind of green and white sign. I think is like when telling you kind of like walking areas or something like that. So it's like green on two sides and you have white in the middle, and there's a little dude and there's a little dude in the middle, and it's kind of just a little thing where you can walk through there or something like that. Um, Although I have to look up exactly what that means, but I've seen plenty of those already. And then oh yeah, and then I also heard, and then also um was using the again I here, but what I would call like a walkway or something like that, like across the street, right? You press the button and then it gives you a light and you can go. Well, um, so they have a pretty interesting sound here for the pedestrian crossings, and I don't really know how to describe it right off, but if I can I don't can I play a um short little video here? Oh, there's one I sent to. Okay, I want it to be difficult. Oh, skip the ad. Yeah, so I got a 26-second, uh, there's a 26-second clip here from someone called CBS channel. So the CBS, Sebius. This was, at least 11 years ago on 13 November 2013. So let me just go ahead and I need to try to remember to put this in the link below, but yeah, so that's what that sounds like. Um, and I don't know. I'd heard a couple of these things I'm gonna say. That some of the facts whatever I've learned or stuff I've kind of talked about so far, whether it be like the pedestrian crossing sign or sound or whatever, and some of the different foods or the words and all that stuff. I had already looked some of this stuff up before I came here. I already seen some videos, but it is nice to again be able to kind of experience some things firsthand for myself. Even though I'm not gonna lie, I was a little anxious, being like, I don't know if I'm, I don't want to, I don't know, I don't know exactly all of the rules here, rules of the road here. Um, so I was looking at those a couple times this morning as I was going along and making sure, okay, I'm making sure, okay, I can walk here, I can't walk there. And, kind of just starting to familiarize myself with that because I don't want to get fined. I don't want to break any laws or anything. So, just making sure I'm complying with the rules. And I mean, it doesn't really, once you also do it for a little bit, probably not that hard at all. It's pretty normal thing. But yeah, just small stuff like that. I've just kind of been like, I hope I'm doing all right. I hope I'm not. Uh, I hope I'm gonna be able to figure all this kind of stuff out. Not get too stressed out by all the small things. So, um, but yeah, I mean that's been my day so far. I yeah, I don't know. I was just saying yesterday I said that I was going to do two different videos, like a longer one and a shorter one. I don't know if I'm going to actually stick to that or not. I don't really feel like talking too much to make another video after this, so I don't know. We'll see if I do or not. But if you manage to stick around for this whole video, I appreciate it. Thank you very much for that. Um, and yeah, let's just be interesting to see where this takes me. And yeah, I need to uh check some notifications. I need to do some kind of annoying thing for my home college, some like work safety program thing, HSI or whatever it's called. So I just need to do those. It's not very difficult. Um, so I at least get a few of them done. And then I need to figure out my plan of how I'm gonna get from here on over to my apartment that I'll be staying at. So I do a little bit of research on that front. Feel a little nervous about that. Um, but I'm sure I can. I'm sure I'll think of something, and if I mean it's a fair walk from here. I'm not gonna lie. When I looked, it's an hour 42 minutes walk from here. But knowing myself, since I'll probably yeah, I've not been here before, so it'll probably take me at least a little bit longer than that. Um, so I don't know if I'll just try to walk on over there or if I'll try to go ahead and I don't know, maybe I'll download like Uber or Lyft or whatever the app is, and then I'll just arrange a ride for myself so that way I can be brought on over there. That might be the easiest thing for me to do. Um, at least for now. And then yeah, I gotta figure out how to use the whole uh train or tram or whatever it is uh network they got here, especially because we get an Opal card from from a couple counselors. One of the counselors, not from all of them. One of the counselors. Once I get over to the excuse me, once I go over to the apartment, start the orientation and all that, and that's one of the things they said they'd give me. So, anyways, that has been my day so far. I got a couple things I got to do after this, and and then I'll probably just find something to do to relax for a bit. Probably read or play some Minecraft. Heck, I might just take another nap for another 5 hours. We'll see. But anyways, thanks for sticking around, and I'll see you in the next one.